It's the Russo Rundown, a brand new show, the best in town, completely original. Oh yes indeed, no one's ever done this, it's guaranteed.
Get what you fucking deserve!
So pour yourself a drink and settle right down. It's time for the Russo Rundown.
Rundown, week 6 in the books, and I just keep winning. Let's get into it. Nothing major this week to catch up on. We got a 1 week trade from Brian and Al that apparently went through. Brian's acting like he's going to scam him. That would be interesting. I think that would probably put a chilling effect on 1 week trades going forward. Let's see what happens there. But me and Dave kicking it off. Going into Monday Night Football, I thought I was going to clobber Dave. Dave was like, I would have crushed you if I started Ladd McConkey, because he did get cute. He started Stephon Diggs over Ladd McConkey. He's like, I would have crushed you. And I was like, I don't know about crushed you, because I still had Bill Krosky Merritt and Roma Dunze going. Turns out he would have crushed me if he started Ladd. But, you know, things happen sometimes. Sometimes you make the wrong decision. That's a decision-making issue, you know? So you can't blame anyone for that but the man in the mirror. But I'm kind of a tough out right now. I've been down on my team all year. Dave was messaging me like, your team sucks. Like that's going to hurt my feelings. I mean, I've been down on my team since the draft. I was never more down on my team, but probably in the history of fantasy than I have been this year. But I just keep winning. And I think I'm in 3rd place right now. I can't complain. I mean, Kittle should be coming back any week now. Omarion Hampton looks like he's going to miss like significant time, so that's going to hurt. But he'll be back for the playoffs, and I'm looking like I couldn't sneak into the playoffs. And then I have Omarion back if they don't trade for anybody, and he's still the bell cow when he gets back. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. finally doing something. Waddle is the one on Miami. Kind of exciting team. I mean, for Dave's part, you know, tough loss. It's just a tough loss. Kenneth Walker did bad. Igbuka got hurt, which kind of sucks for me going forward with Baker. But yeah, we might see Dave. No, okay, Calvin really got hurt too. Oh, he's got Ladd. So he's gonna have to start Diggs going forward though. It seems like, or Addison, I guess. But yeah, no, that's a win. 1 point win. Less than a 1 point win is still a win. On to a much more poopy matchup. Alex, New York Al, getting his 2nd win of the year against Mondo in the New York Bowl. They're both 2-4 now. The New York boys, former Edith's Revenge co-owners, split, are doing equally bad at this stage of the season. Now, I was pretty high on Mondo's team. Breece Hall, the rumors are Breece Hall is going to get traded. Marvin Harrison got concussed. He might miss a week. I was much higher on Mondo's team than New York Owls team. Chase Brown, Flacco might be a check down merchant going forward a little bit. Check downs and deep throws, that's his game. They have a little bit, they're at the tail end of a tough schedule, and then it opens up for him. So Chase Brown could be okay. He double tight ended. I didn't even notice that. That's a sign of a struggling team. But he's got Nico Collins, who's on bye. Kyler is like he's hurt and you can't play him right now. Yeah, it's not a great team, but it could win. I mean, it won this week, which was, I mean, he just came up against a good opponent this week. Amon-Ra did kind of that. Mondo needs a running back. I say it every week. Mondo needs a running back. Somebody get Mondo a running back. But now he's tough because Garrett Wilson got hurt, so he doesn't have as much depth. Somebody get Mondo. Somebody get this man a running back. Como beating the brakes off of Tom. Tom looking not so good again. He was one of my favorites to win the whole thing this year at the beginning of the year, but Things have not shaken out for him. I think he should have traded Dalton Kincaid instead of hanging on to him. Now he's hurt and doing nothing for him. He's got 2 hurt. What happened to Brock Bowers? There he is. Yeah, he's got 2 hurt tight ends, top tight ends. I think he needs to make a move. Bowers, I think the ship has sailed. I traded him in my other league. I'm happy because the Raiders stink and he's obviously dealing with an injury. But Tom's just a very injured team. Very injured team. CeeDee Lamb, he'll be coming back soon. It's gonna be hopefully not this week because I play him. Low-key Dak has a better start than Jalen Hurts every week. He should be doing that. Como took last week what I did to him last week. He took it out on Tom this week. Jamar Chase, I mean, he's just up and down. Scattaboo, just career game. Bijan, maybe the best back in the NFL. Definitely worth the price. Jamar Chase went off, could be the future. Jake Ferguson, he might be the top tight end right now. He's really good. Yeah, any given week for Como, he could do that. He could put up 150 almost on you. Couldn't do it last week, but he did it this week. Spencer Wagon, the definite favorite, first place. Rico Dowdle could be a league winner. If Chuba doesn't come back, I mean, if he could take the job, he's good. Saquon disappointing, but Patrick Mahomes, I was down on Patrick Mahomes. I think the fantasy, like smart guy fantasy, big brain community was really down on Patrick Mahomes this year. And so I bought into that and I was down on him as well. Turns out he's great. So that's my loss. DeAndre Swift had a career game. Michael Pittman's a tough start, but he had Jefferson on bye. So, I mean, absolute wagon. Brian, nothing you can do. Had a couple duds. Javonte Williams, first dud. Jahmyr Gibbs, dud. The Darren Waller trade is the 1 week thing. I thought that was like a real trade, but I guess not. So maybe he's playing hockey. He's got, holy shit. Brian, I need a tight end, bro. Drop one of these guys. You don't need 4. Yeah. Should have started Daniel Jones, but that's like Daniel Jones, Matt Stafford. I actually think in the New York League, I'm pretty sure that a guy has both of them too and did the same thing. It's like whatever, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Whoever you don't start is going to do better. So it's kind of tough to predict that accurately. Sweater puppies. I've been down on the sweater puppies, but just beating the brakes off of the last place team. 121 to 103. I mean, he put up a score. Mass Al put up a score that would win against some other teams. Like if he was playing Mondo or Alex or Tom, even Brian, Conti, he would have won. But unfortunately not enough against Steve, who's looking pretty good. He's got 2 great running backs. DK looks good. It's his wide receiver 2 that's a question mark, but yeah, I mean, and it's the bottom half of his roster that's not doing that well. His flex has been tough all season. But, these top 4, these guys can do it to you. They can carry your week. And if you get, high single digits out of the rest of your roster, that's enough to win. Conti stinker. Conti put up a stinker. I was high on Conti. I mean, I want to go back. Maybe next week at some point, I want to see my picks because I think I'm picking horribly. I think I had Conti here. I think I had Massal here. I'm sure I had Mondo. Yeah, I think my picks have been. I think if I pick you, and I've been picking I was borderline picking Dave. I definitely picked Como over me. I'm kind of the Grim Reaper, which is not good because I like my chances this week against Tom. If I'm being honest, I can't just pick against myself because I think I might be bad luck picking. I do like my chances against Tom, which is bad news. But into this matchup, Clay went off. Derrick Henry finally, 13 points, but at least he broke double digits this week. Jonathan Taylor again, other than Bijan. He's probably statistically better on the whole year, but he's just great. Drake London went off. Drake London had a great game, best game of the year. Debo dud. Oh, he started Kendrick Bourne. Good start. It's a good pick there. And his bench did well too. He couldn't really go wrong other than Jacoby Myers. And he got Vidal, he's the guy standing in for Omarion right now. And Conti, let's see what happened here. Trayvon Henderson, I said this to start the week. I mean, he didn't have much of another choice. Yeah, he really didn't have anybody else, but like, that's a tough start. Puka, that's gonna hurt. He got hurt. Yeah, Puka, the Puka stinks. Jawan Johnson might be time to move on. He's done nothing for a while. George Pickens carrying. Brownstein and Cam Little did nothing. I mean, that sucks. But yeah, worst lowest score of the week. You're gonna lose. Let's look at the standings. Standings through 6 weeks. There I am in third place. Who'd have thought it? If you told me in the beginning of the year after the draft that I'd be in third place week 6 going into week 7, I mean, I never saw this coming. So I can't complain about this. My points 4 are pretty good too. Conti's, I'm looking at points against. Yeah, points, no, I guess. Interesting that I have more points against than points for, but I'm still in third place. I think somebody just put up a bunch on me. Spencer, top points for, first place, least points against 2. That's a recipe for success. Spencer's scary right now. Spencer's scary. Steve's decently scary. I still don't think I'm scary, but I'm winning. But yeah, I mean, records. We're not really breaking out too much. We got a couple people like sure thing playoff for Spencer, almost certainly out of it for Massal. Everyone else very much in the mix. 4-2, 2-4. That's 2 week swing away from changing. I think New York Al. I don't think he's gonna. I think these two right here are probably gonna drop. I think I still think Tom's injured. If Tom gets healthy, he's gonna start winning. So I think Tom's okay, but hopefully not this week because I play him again. All right, let's pick some teams. Who do I think is going to win that is probably going to lose? Me and Tom. Let's see. Has CeeDee Lamb practiced? Hopeful about the chances of Lamb ankle returning against the Commanders. I don't know. If CeeDee Lamb plays, and if Tom watches this and plays Dak, because I honestly think Dak is just a better play. He's gonna watch. Dak is a better play, and if he plays Dak and CeeDee, and Brock Bowers, I'm not that scared of Brock Bowers, to be quite honest. But that could come back to bite me too. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is tough. As much as I do like if CeeDee Lamb doesn't play, I very much like my chances. If CeeDee Lamb plays and he plays Dak and CeeDee stack, I don't know. But he's got James Cook on bye. That's good. He's got Travis Etienne, who's going to be his flex. Maybe Cooper. I mean, top to bottom, I like my roster better. I think JCM is going to do better against Dallas. They have a horrible defense. So, yeah, I'm going to reluctantly pick myself to win this one. But if CD plays and he starts Dak, I'm going to reverse that. Even though I'm kind of just doing that, I like my chances. Mondo versus Dave. I think Dave gets a bounce back week. He gets the same thing that happened to Como. I think happens to Dave this week. I just beat him. Dave was so tilted. Dave was tilted before he almost won, and he was tilted in like the first quarter. But I hate the Bo Nix start. Who else does he have? Oh, I hate the Bo Nix start. Looks like Rachaad White is still going to start. I don't think Bucky's going to be back. He's definitely going to start Ladd. So over at Buka. Yeah, I think Dave takes this. I mean, just based on last week, Dave put up an okay week. He could definitely do better, Mondo put up a horrible week, and I don't know that he could do better. I think Marvin Harrison's going to miss with a concussion. And he's got bad buys. And Garrett Wilson's out. You have to pick. I don't see how Dave loses this, to be honest. We'll see. Spencer against New York Owl. How do you not pick Spencer? I mean, is there any analysis I have to do here? How do you not pick Spencer? I don't even have to look at what's happening. Spencer. Again, another one. How do you not pick Como? Another hurt team is Alex Martin. He could win. Rashi Rice comes back this week. Oh, shit. You have to pick Como, but you could absolutely see Al winning this, but I got to officially go Como. Brian and Clay. I think. Oh, Derrick Henry's on bye. Does he even have a replacement? Yeah, he's got Vidal. I think I gotta go Brian. Full strength Brian against the bye week on Derrick Henry. I know I'm sure that I picked Brian last week and he lost. But yeah, I'm going Brian to bounce back here. Sweater Puppies versus Conti. This is a tough one because I've liked Conti's team, but he just lowest score last week. I haven't liked Steve's team that much, but it actually looks good now that I'm looking at it. Shakir on bye. That's not that end of the world. Oh, he's gonna have to play Mike Evans could come back. Yeah, Mike Evans. If Mike Evans comes back, he slots him in there. That's there's nobody else to catch the ball. That's Steve's flex is insane. I don't know. I'm going Conti. I'm going Conti again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this. Jordan Love. He doesn't have anybody else. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go. Damn. This is a split one. I think this one's gonna be close. I initially said Conti. I think I'm gonna stick with Conti. Yeah, we'll go Conti. That's it for the main part of the rundown. I'm considering no guy this week. But maybe I'll see what Spencer's doing. It's okay. This might be the end. This might be the intro to Spencer. See you next week.
No. Don't get started with this bullshit.
All right, so
very clear, reasonable terms is what I had for this.
All right, welcome, Spencer. I want to set the table for the people who don't know what was going on. Spencer messaged me when I asked him to do this, and he said, "Just don't put my name in anything." I haven't put anybody's name in anything. I don't know why I would put anyone's name in
the
anything.
Other videos. There were first names.
Okay,
there were first.
Your
names.
name's not in any of the text. Well, Jimmy versus Dave. Okay, I think it was Jimmy versus Dave.
Yes,
so they're gonna find Dave, and what makes you so special?
And my terms were just don't put my full name. That's what I said. So don't put my full name.
You said don't put my name.
Yeah, don't put my name.
What's gonna happen? I'm gonna cannibalize your SEO when somebody's looking for one of your articles, and they're gonna see the rundown.
Kind of, yes, is what I'm saying to you. It just does not need to show up in a Google search. This is not unreasonable, by the way. This is totally reasonable.
What have I ever said on here?
How about you just say, sure, no problem.
Well, because it's a ridiculous ask. It's just kind of left it. What have I said on here that's controversial in the first place? What would you get in trouble for being on a fantasy football podcast? I haven't said anything wrong.
I can't be responsible for what you say. First of all, I have no idea what you're going to say. And I know that when Al did his, there's some interesting artwork that was visible.
Well, you don't have a blackface picture, so you don't have to worry about that.
I don't. You're right. So,
All right. Well, I mean, let's hop into it.
I will say this. I recognize that I'm asking for it. I was asking for it.
You were asking for
by
it.
saying that.
I wanted to jump into
making sure.
I wanted to jump into before we started recording, you were talking about how Israel.
But I'm getting a call. I'm getting a call from my editor right now. Who's very upset with me.
I mean, because I think they.
All right, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. See you later.
All right. All right, that's Spencer. Okay, he's back. What about
Here in Somerville, the race for bike path mayor is well underway. You going to talk or not?
Well, this is just conversations that we were talking about off stream. You were saying
there are even now some dogs joining this otherwise cat-focused race.
Stuff like that. What about?
This was a huge mistake.
Just round up all the. What do we do with them?
There we go. There we go. See, you don't even say anything. This is the. We'll see how far we get now.
You the one who's saying
political. Unbelievable.
All right, can we at least agree that
make cats outside again? Jesus Christ. All right, bit over. We're done with the bit. Let's talk about the little piggies. Let's talk about Conky. Let's talk about this incredible record. Let's talk about how I'm headed for another second place finish this year, which I'm very excited about. And I've got a whole bunch of silver medals on my mantle, and I've got another one coming. I can feel it. Let's talk about that. How about?
All I have in my notes is stuff about.
This is what our friends want. This is what they want to see. They don't want to talk. They don't want anything else. This is what they want.
This is what you wanted to talk about, I thought.
I welcome you into my home. I get comfortable in my little chair. And I'm ready to go. Let's go.
All right. I guess we'll pull up fantasy football because, whatever. What do you got?
This is it.
You're in first place. What?
What do you mean, what?
What?
What do I got?
What do you got? You wanted to talk fantasy football. I brought up the important stuff.
Team that is thriving. Thanks to no help from Saquon Barkley. Very interesting. But nevertheless, I got very powerful players who show up when needed.
Do you still wish you had Lab McConkey?
There was a lot. There was a little bit of heat. I remember during the auction about how much I spent on Mahomes. I don't even remember how much it was, but there were some comments about it. And I think I've been vindicated. I think he was the number one scoring quarterback.
Yeah, I said in the previous section how the fantasy sharps were very much like anti-Mahomes this year, but he's gone off. Do you still wish you had Lab McConkey on your team?
I think fate was very helpful. I wanted him, as everyone knew, as I was clearly telegraphing pretty hard, I think, during the auction.
Well, Brian got him by mistake,
but
so.
Yeah, I know, because he was fucking with me, and this is what you get. He had a very shitty start to the season. I think last week he did okay, didn't he? Yeah,
he did. But Dave sat him because he's getting cute. He lost because he sat him.
See, this is the way. I think the team name has not changed for a reason, because I do believe that fate will bring us back together. Now, when is that going to happen? I don't know. Could it be this week? I don't know. Could it be next week? I don't know.
I mean, you have been very pro.
Bullish on these fellas, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's not much to say. You're doing well. Rico Dowdle could be a league winner if he takes the job.
Pickup. That was a great pickup. That
was a good pickup.
I made a play. I don't know, a long shot play. We got is it DeMario or DeMario Douglas?
DeMario, that's how the announcers say it.
DeMario.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I haven't been interviewing winners, to be honest. There's nothing to say. You're doing good. Your team looks good.
Well, I mean, it has been, I was initially very excited about Saquon Barkley, and obviously that has not panned out really in the way that I was hoping to.
Yeah, but I mean, he any given week he could score 35. So he's just a nuke. Same with Derrick Henry. They're just nukes waiting to go off and just carry the whole week.
I think there's been a lot of speculation about the McConkey trade, if it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, under what terms. The phones are open. Phones are open. This is the message I'm sending out. It has historically been very difficult to trade with me, and I will be the first to admit that. I don't
Have you ever done a trade before?
Yes. Yes, I've done trades. Like a handful. I traded with Brian, I think, at the end of last season. I don't even remember what it was. It didn't work out for either of us.
So what do you think about auction? Are you a fan of auction after doing it?
Yeah, I am now. I came in swinging into auction because I said
everybody did. I wasn't expecting it.
I don't know what I'm doing, A. But B, I think people are going to be, testing the waters in the first couple rounds. So I said, I'm going to get somebody big in the first couple rounds.
That's what I think everybody thought. That's what I thought. I was like, because I've done auctions in the New York League. It's only 10 teams, but they're always like super pussy in the first like few players to get. Everybody's value hunting over there. And over here, so I'm coming from doing that 2 years. And then everybody here is just throwing their nuts on the table. Instantly players going for like $80. And I'm just like, I wasn't prepared. I was holding the bag for a long time before I did anything.
I was definitely very bored later on because I had spent a lot of money very soon and I had nothing to do.
But it's way more exciting though. Wouldn't you agree that in the beginning it's way more exciting?
Yeah, I think it would be more. I think doing it again next year, I'm going to do it with like a little bit more perspective on it would be fun. I definitely should have like spent more than 5 minutes learning about how it works or what typically happens instead of going in almost completely blind. But, it's like you can pull up, instead of just the biggest players, you can pull up interesting players or players that that people have some sort of an emotional attachment to. The McConkey situation was interesting because I made it very clear, after last year. And it created an incredible fuck up on Brian's part, which is very funny. And I definitely think that the auction is funnier. And that's irrefutable. So
yeah, and you can have
it's out of the basement, which is I think everybody's happy about that. I think there's no complaints except obviously from Al, but he seems to be taking it on the chin.
It's
nice to see him a little sad.
He was a big auction proponent, so I think I talked to Dave about this. I think it opens the door to more trades because you don't have the like missed opportunity of like all these people you could have drafted instead of the guy that you did draft that now you're thinking about trading. Like if you drafted a guy in the third round, you skipped all these other players that you could have drafted instead of that person. So you have like a value attached to them. Now, like who even remembers what they spent? You spent up or something on somebody, but like it's all about what they're doing right now. So then more so than their value at the draft.
There was a lot of people talking about, I'm going to do this in that trade during the draft. Did people actually do it? I have no idea what people actually did.
Traded with Dave before the season started. Yeah. I was talking about how I didn't want Tyreek. I won that deal now because Tyreek started, but he gave me Omarion Hampton and Waddle for Tyreek and RJ Harvey. And I completely won that trade. But like, that wouldn't happen in a snake, I don't think, because you're just drafting for your team needs all the time.
Well, I like it. I mean, I like it. I think it makes things exciting, and I'm one to talk because I never trade with anybody, but trades are good. Feels like there's a lot of activity this year.
Yeah, I like it. I hope it stay. I think it'll stay. I think people will vote it in. I'm gonna put up a vote at the end of the season. I think the only thing is like it's boring in the late rounds, but it always is. It's always boring in the late rounds. It's like you just have to sit there. Like all the good players are gone. Maybe there's like a value still on the board or whatever. And also in this, you can just fill out your roster and fuck off if you want.
Are people enjoying kickers? What is your sense? What are people?
I don't like kickers. I mean, I beat Dave because of kickers last week, but I don't like kickers. I don't. People always.
I've been on the fence about it the whole time, and I keep the day that it decides the game for me. I'm gonna be fucking furious because it just seems so stupid.
I know. That's what I don't know if it was the vocal minority, but people were saying we want kickers back. So I was just like, fuck it, we'll bring kickers back. That's going to go for a vote next year. The auction's going to be for a vote next year. I think I might put up league averages, which is an interesting concept. That means like every week you have two opponents. You have your opponent and then you have the league average. So if you score more than the league average, you get a win. So if you say you score the second most and you go up against the guy who scores the first most, you go 1-1. Like you lose to your opponent, but you won against the league average.
My mind just went completely blank while you were. This was too many. There's too much stuff. I went completely blank. I had no idea what you just said.
So everybody's score.
I was somewhere completely else when you were just talking.
the every week you have a league average score. So say the league average is 95 points. If you score more than 95 points and lose on the week, you go 1-1. So you can go 2-0 on a week. You can go 1-1 and you can go 0-2. So it's like double. You have double the scores basically. It helps people who score high and lose.
I think I have the lowest points against in the league, by the way.
You do, but you have the most points for.
Very dynamic. Just a very, very dynamic situation.
Good defense.
Week after week.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean,
the other thing that I will put on, and maybe we will leave it with this. I will say, if we can find a way to incorporate gambling into the league. So I think you set the lines and maybe pick a game and let us put some money on it. And I think that could take things up a notch. I think we should. Everyone is loving the gambling this year. We're getting a lot of screenshots of a lot of people.
Well, we could do league parlays. That's what the New York League has been doing, where like everybody tosses in a pick, and then you have like a 10 to 12 leg parlay.
I mean, gambling on us. Like
us?
We are being bet. Yes, we are being.
Okay. Well, I mean, ESPN would set the lines at that point. Or I guess like
my odds. I guess maybe the like projections you could do.
Yeah.
You could make a line out of the projections.
Yeah.
This is an idea.
That's a lot of work, but maybe
somebody will make it work.
Maybe
the league has a podcast.
Yeah, that's less effort.
The other thing is that you should do an audio. Maybe there should be an audio version of this.
We just put it on YouTube and put it on the background. Who cares? You don't need to see it. All right. Well, okay. unless you had anything else about like Israel or like, we can probably call it there.
You will be hearing from my attorney.
Bye. Spencer, everybody.